What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Gerald from Bank of Gerald here with another video update. Today is Wednesday, August the 16th, 2023. Today we're going to talk about Cloudfi. Now, Cloudfi has said some things that they were going to deliver. And since the last video that I did on Cloudfi, we have been waiting for them to deliver those things. We have been waiting for communication. And this is part of the thing that I talked about in the last video that I did that would, of course, bring red flags if they decided that they weren't going to handle this properly. And so far, it has not been handled properly, in my opinion. So we're just going to talk about it really quickly, and we're going to get on out of here. Before we get started, I want to remind all of you that I'm not a financial advisor. All right. This is not financial advice. I am not your financial advisor. All right. I'm just a dude on YouTube showing you guys how I am cranking out that crypto in many different platforms, nothing more and nothing less than that. Now, if you like this content, hit subscribe. You want to be updated about everything going on here at BOJ. Make sure you hit the bell as well. And please, sir, please, ma'am, don't get scammed by the WhatsApp man, because if it happens to you, if you get your crypto taken, if you get your information taken, there's nothing that I can do to help you. All right. So stay diligent, stay vigilant in this space and in the comment section. Okay. Let's go ahead and get started. So Cloudfi, the last communication they had, and we can go ahead to the Telegram group and try to find the last communication they had, the exact date and all that. But they said that they were going to be moving to a system that allowed withdrawals on Sunday. All right. And of course, today is Wednesday, August the 16th. And the last update that we see from the group was that they pinned a note on the 12th. And I'm going to go ahead and open this up now, that they pinned a note on the 12th, and that they were going to be making these changes. And the 11th, when they announced this, that was on Friday of last week. All right. So this was an announcement. I'm not going to read through the whole thing, but pretty much exciting announcements from Cloudfi, introducing the refined withdrawal process, and all that stuff was all things that they had mentioned here were pretty much for the upkeep of the platform. They didn't want the platform to have to deal with a whole bunch of fees that they were doing with instant batch withdrawals and things of that nature, which I understand. If you're doing thousands of withdrawals per day, I can understand how the fees on that would be pretty large as it counts up. All right. But what I didn't want to see is when Sunday came and they weren't prepared, or they didn't do what they said they were going to do, like handle withdrawals, what was going to be the response, what was going to be their communication to the community. And they have always been very communicative with the community. And now it seems that they are not as communicative with the community. As we can see, we haven't had anything posted here since the 11th, really. The 12th, they pinned this announcement, but they didn't really go into any detail about what happened and what went on. There's a lot of people that have not gotten their withdrawals. I have not gotten a withdrawal. So with that being said, with it being Wednesday and still hearing no communication, I have to put up my red flag on this. And this is solely because when a platform, like I've said countless times, when a platform goes through a phase where it's instant withdrawals all the time, instant withdrawal, instant withdrawal, instant withdrawal, and just like the hype days, right? We love to see it while it's here. But once it starts having withdrawal issues, it pretty much is our first red flag because of the way that it changed. Regardless of what they're saying, they can say whatever, but it matters what they do. All right, it matters what the platform does after what they say. And right now, they have not delivered. So the word is that there is supposed to be some kind of announcement today. I'll be looking in my Telegram groups throughout the day to see if that's something that actually happens. But right now, it's looking like we're playing the waiting game with Cloudfi, and it kind of is what it is. Now, I do want to take some time to address one thing. Somebody put in the comment section something about being kicked out of a group. Now, here is what happens in these type of situations where it's an open forum group on Telegram in these different platforms and hypes and crypto passive things and stuff like that. If you start complaining too much, if you start talking negative too much, it's their discretion to kick you out the group. All right. So it all depends on what you say. If you bring up other platforms, and this is not just for Cloudfi, this has been what I've been experiencing in Telegram groups for the last 2 years. If you raise hell, they will kick you out. And you can complain all you want about not being in the group, but you might want to find another way to get in there if you want updates, if they kick you out. You may be able to plead to the admin if you have direct communication and say, hey, look, I was out of bounds or whatever, but most times when a person gets deleted from a group, it's because they said something that the owner of the group didn't want their community to see, of course, or to have to respond to. So sometimes that means that a platform is being janky and that they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing, and they don't want everybody else to know. Sometimes it is because that the person that was talking was doing a little bit too much. So I just want to put that out there. If you want to stay in Telegram groups that are open forum for communication, you have to, regardless of how you feel, because we all know the risk in this space, or we should. Regardless of how you feel, you have to tread lightly. This is kind of why, it's not exactly why I don't speak too much in Telegram groups, but I much prefer to be a fly on the wall. There's other reasons, like when other spammers and scammers, when they see you responding to different notes in Telegram, they will do their best to fish your attention and get your attention and fake like there's somebody else sometimes, or just straight up be a fake hi person, or how you doing, or where you're from, all this stuff. So just be careful. That goes along with staying diligent and vigilant in this space. But getting back to Cloudfi, if we get an announcement today, great. If we don't get an announcement for the end of the week, then this is their first red flag, and this is how you fumble a whole community. You go from speaking and talking, and of course, there's always that point in which you have to pause and take a step back and really figure out what it is that is the issue. And if you rush that out, then that can be a whole nother problem. So there is a difference between taking your time to make an announcement and then just avoiding the announcement at all. So I don't know exactly what side that they're on. All I know is that they have not communicated much to the community. I think there are some representatives and people in admin that have tried to keep the peace, but nothing that has been official. And if they're just putting announcements in their Discord group, then they need to get their communications together, because changes need to be communicated to everyone involved, and everyone that I know, or that should be, or that's watching my video, should know that there is a Telegram group where you get specific information straight from the company. And if they're still doing communications that way, then they have not been very communicative. So that's my opinion here. There's not much that we can do. A lot of people will try to say in the comments, oh, get your money out now, this, that, and the third. Listen, I want to remind everyone, like I remind people all the time in this space, if you decide to make a deposit in this space, you have to mentally accept that once you let it go, you've let it go. All right. If that's not something that you can grasp, or that's not a risk that you can take, then these are not the plays for you. Okay. And it's okay to say that these are not the plays for you. I'm not out here trying to tell you to do them. I'm telling you that I'm doing them, but I'm not telling you to do them. So my posture in this space is going to be a little bit different. Some may ask, hey, DOJ, you got over 20K in here. How do you maneuver that? Well, timing is everything. And when I first got involved with this platform and I made my decision to put as much as I did in, I took that risk then to passively earn over that amount. And that's what I was able to do. So I'm excited about that. At the same time, that let it be a lesson to those of you out there. When you see a new opportunity, understand that your clock has to be moving. You got to be ready to move if it's something you want to capitalize on, or you run the risk. If you decide you want to join 3, 4, 5 months down the line, then you're putting yourself at risk even more every day that you decide to wait. Of course, that decision is 100% yours. All right. But that's the reality of the situation. If you want to really play this game at a high level, I'll say, if you want to be in this space at a high level, you have to understand the space and make decisions that show understanding of the space. If you're out here over leveraging, if you're out here deciding to put more than you have, that's not how you play the game. That's not how you play the space. It's not how you maneuver. So anyway, I just wanted to bring this out there, just my opinion. We'll see what happens. I'm not writing Cloudfi completely off yet. Of course, it's only been a few days since they said they were going to do withdrawals like this. So I want to give them the benefit of the doubt, understanding that this is a new process for them. But I figured this process would be an easier process for them, not one that has made it harder and then made it so that they don't even communicate with the community. So with that being said, all right, put your 2FA on all the platforms that will allow you and all your wallets, because crypto is indeed the wild, wild west, y'all. If you ain't strapped, you're bound to get hacked. All right, ask me how I know. It's not very fun at all. If you like this content, go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. If you want to be updated and notified about everything going on here at BOJ, just make sure you hit the notification bell as well. And please, sir, please, ma'am, don't get scammed by the WhatsApp man, because if he gets you, there's absolutely nothing that I can do to help you. So stay diligent and vigilant in the space and in the comment section as well. All right, I will see y'all on the next update. And this is Cloudfi. We're looking forward to some good news, but we're not holding out on hope. And hey, this may clear the docket for another opportunity out there if this is not something that decides to come back for us. So of course, we're hoping for the best, but we have to be prepared for a pivot if needed. So that's how we roll. Y'all know how we get down. I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.